Good morning, everybody. So today our class, we go mainly through the meditation. Then we will have the experience. Also, we know how to do meditation. Generally, when average people, when they think about meditation, for them, merely concentration, they're focused on something and don't think anything else. This is a big mistake. Meditation in Tibetan language, we say Gom, Gom or Kom. In Sanskrit, also the meditation in Sanskrit, like a dine, like dan, mean your mind have to familiarize with the positive thoughts. And also the object, which is we going to meditate on it, it also must be caused to generate positive thoughts, must be caused to reduce the negative thoughts. Therefore, if we only focus on our breath or counting a breath, also we only focusing on the external object, like flower, beautiful, like a water, mountain, beautiful object. Those are not the right, the object to meditate on it. Therefore, first we need to know the definition, the meaning of meditation, mean Gom. So when you meditate on something, our mind try to familiarize with it. For example, meditating on like compassion, mean your mind have to transform into a compassionate mind. So when we meditate on impermanence, then in the mind fully need to aware impermanent, that the mind must try to familiarize with the impermanent. Then when we see things around us, for us very easy to realize these things around me are impermanent. It lasts for a short time, then going to decay or going to disappear, going to change. Right? First, we need to know the definition of meditation. But commonly, people start meditation focus on our own breath. Because when we focus on, fully focus on our breath, for us very easy to focus on it because the breath is always with us. We no need to visualize the breath. Very easy to focus on our own breath. So meditating on breath, concentrating on breath is look like foundation to lead the actual meditation. Therefore, at the beginning today, we focus on our breath. Some of you just focus on in and out. Or some of you can count how many times you can focus on your breath. So at the beginning, we start our meditation, focus on our own breath. Therefore, at the beginning, everybody sit very comfortably on the bed, on the cushion, on the chair, or on the just simple on the ground. So a physical posture must be very comfortable. Right? So everybody sit very comfortably wherever you sit comfortably, and you have to be very relaxed. The body must be very relaxed. Mind also must be very relaxed. No need to, agitate. No need to worry how's going to go my meditation. Just be relaxed. Relax. Then you can do, light, kind of very light exercise, like, moving your body, turn around, then, turn around your shoulder, like you try to be, having relaxation, move around, then you feel very comfortable. Now, second, you just, your mind fully focus on our own breath, in and out, or you can count. At the same time, the mindfulness, other mind must remember, now my mind is meditating or focusing on my breath. That means you have a kind of two kinds of thoughts. The general mind just focus on your breath. Another mind, remember, my mind actually focusing on my breath. Okay, ready? Okay, this one also, we can check our heart, what we call the beat of our heart. At the beginning, maybe your heartbeat is maybe 80s around, maybe a bit higher, a bit lower. The more your mind becomes very calm, then your heartbeat becomes very slow down. It's go all the way at almost 50 or 55 and 60. If your heart beeping is reached to around, I think 55 or 60 between, that means your mind, it becomes very calm, and your the energy, the wind, the blood circulation also runs very naturally, very smoothly. This is the first step. Second, when you feel your breath in and out, that means we realize I am still alive. I am still alive. Then we start the practice with a 7-point meditation, right? So today we have a two kind of session. First, how we do Dharma practice for our daily life. Second session, we can learn how to do meditation for achieving the shamatha, then special insight. That means within one day, you can do two practices. One, general Dharma practice from beginning to end. Second, you can do particular meditation or practice for achieving shamatha first. Then second, special insight. Okay, so at the beginning, from the 7-point for training the mind. First point, first train in the preliminaries. The preliminary practice are like a foundation, like a door to enter into actual practice. That means first point number 1, first train in the preliminaries. And also we should not think that preliminary practice are not important. We should not think. We always must remember that preliminaries practice are very, very important to do the proper practice next steps. For example, when we go for shopping or cooking like lunch or dinner or breakfast. So when we shopping things, we must careful, which things we need to buy in order to cook a good lunch. So during the shopping time, it becomes very careless that we cannot have all the ingredients. Then when we cook actual lunch or dinner, whatever, the food cannot be that delicious. Therefore, the preliminaries practice are very important. So we need to very focus on the preliminaries practice, right? So within the preliminaries practice, first we meditate on impermanence generally. Then second, you meditate on impermanence, around the people who live around you, the things which belongs to you. Then third, you meditate on your own impermanence, then death. This means first practice, meditate on impermanence, generally. That means you try to reduce attachment towards the general phenomena. Second, the people who lives around you, the things which belongs to you, also we try to reduce attachment. Then third, when we meditate on impermanence, your self-impermanence, your life impermanent, then you're going to remember impermanence means one day I'm going to be no more as who you are now. Okay, therefore, so before we meditate on impermanence, we need very simple logics, simple reasoning, which is we must say in verbally, the things arises from causes and condition, subject to be changed. Therefore, the general, the conditioned phenomena, the people around me, myself, the things belongs to me, everything are impermanent, subject to change, subject to decay, subject to disappear. Okay, first meditate on, impermanence, on the general condition phenomena. Second, meditate on impermanence, the people around you, the things around you. Your parents, your friends, your relatives, your neighbors, your co-workers are impermanence. One day we're going to be separated. Third, please meditate on your impermanence on yourself. Me, I am impermanent, constantly changing, momentarily changing. Every minute I am getting older. Every minute I am moving towards ending of this life. Every moment I'm closer, moving closer to the death. Impermanence and death. When the death comes, so we have to leave this world. When we leave, we cannot bring any physical things. We cannot bring none of our friends and family. The best friend cannot go with us. So we have to go alone. We have to go alone with a sense of fears, with a sense of disappointment, because we are very despondent to separate our families, friends, dear and near one. Also, we are very worried. We feel so scared. So when we leave this world, but no choice. Nobody can go with us. We cannot bring anything with us. Even though our gurus, teacher, they also cannot go with us. they can do a lot of prayers and chanting, recitation, dedication. It may benefit, but not, that big benefit for us. The only big benefit we can have, we have a positive action, which is being accumulated by ourselves. Only the karmas go with us. We and the karmas are look like body and shadow. Wherever is the body, there's a shadow. Wherever is the shadow, there's a like kind of body or physical things there. They also reflect on the karmas, the positives and negative karmas. So when we think the positive and negative, we are talking about our own positive karmas and negative karmas. Which one we have more? Positive and negative. Yes, we realize ourselves. So we have more lot negative karma than the positive. We compare the quantity, the negative karma is huge, the positive karma is very little. Also, when we compare how we accumulate the negative karmas, how we did accumulate the positive karma, when we compare how we accumulate. So when we accumulate the negative karma, at the beginning we have a very proper, clear, strong motivation. So when we engage into negative action, we engage very strongly. At the end, we very much feel happiness after we, already engaged into negative actions. Second, we think about when we accumulate positive actions. At the beginning, many of us, we, didn't have the proper motivation, which is pure, which is strong. Yes, sometimes we have our motivation was very strong, very pure, very good. When we engage into the positive actions, so we didn't have, the intention. Physically, we are doing prostration. Verbally, we are chanting, but mentally, we are not there. Therefore, then at the end, when we have done the positive action, we don't have a sense of rejoicing. We don't have a sense of happiness. We don't feel very happy about. We just thought, okay, I finished my recitation or I finished my chanting. So when we compare how do we accumulate positive and negative, quantity-wise, negative action is huge. The way how we accumulate positive and negative, all the negative action, we accumulate very complete way. Very complete at the beginning motivation, in the between engaging time, at the end. All the positive action is like a little half-half. Therefore, next slide, where we go, almost 99% we will born into lower realms because of the negative karmas. Next, please reflect on the three lower realms: hell being, animal beings, and hungry beings. So then we feel, really scared about taking a rebirth or, born into any of the three lower realms. Right now, we live in the rooms with the air condition on the, comfortable bed or cushion or chair. Also, we have a food to eat. We have a drink for drink. So next moment, when we were born in, like a hell beings, everything is different. There's no comfortable like rooms and food and clothes for the 24 hours. We're totally in suffering. Therefore, we must have a very strong regret about negative action we have accumulated for since beginning last time until today. Therefore, we must think, oh, I must need to purify the negative karmas. I need to stop, I must stop accumulating the negative karmas. Then you can, visualize any of the Buddha, recite mantra, do chanting for purify negative karmas for a while, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Then reflect on the positive action. My positive action is very weak. I don't have a lot of positive action, which is I can be born into higher realms. Therefore, I need to accumulate merit. Then you can do your daily practice for accumulating merit. This is second step. The third, due to the powerful positive action, even though I am born into higher realms, like a human, deva, celestial being, still I'm in samsara. For the short time, I can have a kind of happy moment, very short time. Next human being, we have the longest life, maybe 150 years. For the 150 years, I can have a kind of, happy moment. But for the 150 years, mostly we have problems, we have suffering. This means, born in the higher realm is not the perfect happy moment because I'm still samsara. They meditate on the samsara, the real nature of samsara. Wherever we born, there's always suffering and problem, difficulties. Therefore, I must, get out from the samsara. That means next, you are trying to cultivate renunciation. Also, we can, use certain kind of example. Some of you went to China. Just think about, the Chinese, great palace. Think about the Chinese Great Wall. The king, built the wonderful, beautiful palace. The king only lived there maybe, let's say, 80 or 90 years. At the end, he left everything. He left this world. Therefore, there's not such as we can achieve the ultimate happiness, samsara. I need to get out from the samsara. Wherever we born, there's always suffering. The food we eat is cause to produce suffering. The environment where we live, this also cause to arising suffering. Therefore, there's not actual happiness in the samsara. We name happiness, actually everything is suffering. Then cultivate renunciation. Renunciation. This is the third step. First, impermanence, reflect on karmas, then generate renunciation. Renunciation. Generate renunciation. Then the fourth step. So when we reflect on the samsara, first we must realize, the suffering which is we individually we are facing. Then second, you just reflect on others, the people who live around us. They're also in samsara. They also don't want suffering. They want happiness. Also the people, the animal who live in Singapore, each of them want happiness, don't want suffering. All sentient beings on the samsara, doesn't matter, human, celestial beings, animal, hungry ghosts, whoever, they also want happiness. They don't want any kinds of suffering. But they really don't know how to achieve happiness. They really don't know how to stop suffering. They wish to be happy, but they're always chasing cause of suffering. They wish to achieve happiness, but we always destroy the cause of happiness. We always neglect the cause of happiness. Then how we can achieve happiness? How we can stop suffering? So when we reflect on all sentient beings, then slowly you will realize all sentient beings want happiness, don't want suffering. Then you can generate pure love, compassion. Right? These are the preliminary practice until great compassion. When we really, generate the genuine compassion, then the next step is step 4, generating bodhicitta. So in order to generate bodhicitta, so you need to realize the benefit, the advantages of self-centered attitude, the disadvantage, the not benefit, only the harmful of self-centered attitude. First, you need to think, well, self-centered attitudes is the source of suffering. Other cherishing, other-centered attitudes are the source of happiness. Today I realize, right? Then wish to exchange the self-centered attitude and other-centered attitude. Then you must exchange the two attitudes. Based on exchanging the two attitudes, then you generate bodhicitta. So this is, I'm telling, first you generate the conventional bodhicitta, the second you generate ultimate bodhicitta. But based on the 7-point meditation, so 7-point maintaining, it teaches us, first we generate the ultimate bodhicitta. How? That means the sentient being whom I develop compassion. The people who are around me, which is I meditate on impermanence. Everything around me, include me, my body, speech, and mind, are look like illusion. Now is second point. Turning in ultimate awakening mind, tend to view all phenomena as dream-like. First, please meditate on all phenomena like a dream. Everything around us, dream-like. Everything around us, include ourselves, our body, speech, mind, all belongings, exist merely designation level. Nothing exists inherently, independently. All phenomena are empty of inherent existence. Let me meditate on emptiness in general. Then also meditate on emptiness of the mind, which is meditate on emptiness. The mind which is meditate on emptiness is the antidote to remove or reduce, eliminate the ignorance. The mind also itself also inherently empty of inherent existence. And so meditate on emptiness of the all phenomena, emptiness of the mind, particularly emptiness of the antidote of the ignorance. That means simple, we just meditate on emptiness. Only focus on the emptiness. So when we meditate on emptiness, we should not think, oh, this is emptiness, is important. This is not emptiness, not important. No, you just, your mind fully absorbed on emptiness. I mean, everything empty of inherent existence. That's mean how we meditate on emptiness during the meditation session. I mean, just focus on emptiness. Should not think this is good, this is bad. Should not think this is cause to achieving liberation. No, just merely focus on emptiness. Second, then you can look around you. When we things appear to us, there must think in the intervals be conjure of illusion. Then things around us, something look beautiful, you must think, oh, it looks beautiful, but it still look like illusion. Or these things are very ugly. We should not generate sense of hatred and anger and dislike. We must think, yeah, the ugliness also delusion. The attractive thing is also delusion. Good and bad, everything looks like delusion. I should not have an attachment. I should not have a desire to achieve. I should not have a, abort through generating a sense of hatred. Right? Then next, turn alternatively into two, giving and taking. Place the two accelerate your breath. Next, please meditate on like a conventional bodhicitta. Mean generate the bodhicitta. Based on generating bodhicitta, then you practice giving and taking. Therefore, I said missing one line. The practice of giving and taking first start from your side. Mean first you give yourself, take yourself. How? So right now in the morning, you give all your happiness for your evening you, afternoon you. You take all the suffering from the afternoon you to right now. First you turn your mind, yourself. Give to the afternoon you, take suffering from afternoon you, dissolve into you, giving and taking. Now, you must practice giving and taking based on your dear mother. Even though she passed away, still you can visualize your dear mother in front of you. as your real, your mother. Also, some of you, not happy with your mother due to, little reasonings, due to little problems. So we need to, despite, the little problem, we must accept. Doesn't matter, she's a little bit annoying, little bit demanding. Still, she is my mother. Therefore, you must practice giving and taking based on your dear mother. They say, dear mother. You always must remember our mother is the dearest person on the planet for this lifetime. Practice, giving and taking based on our own mothers. Then the third step, so you can practice giving and taking around the people who live around you. Then slowly, the old, people who live in Singapore, the old people who live around the world, and all sentient beings. Give your happiness, your positive actions, your love and compassion towards all sentient beings. Also take the suffering, uncomfortable feeling, all the sickness and disease from them, and take into you, dissolve into the self-centered attitudes. Then, after you, have done the practice of giving and taking during the meditation session, then again you look around you. You can see a beautiful object, ugly object, neutral object should not generate any like a desire, attachment, hatred, and ignorance. Ignorance, right? Therefore, three objects, three poisons, and the three root of virtues. In all action, 10 by means of the word. Therefore, so giving and taking, also you can chant certain verses. Then the third step, the third point number 3, taking adverse condition onto the path of enlightenment. So we can practice the taking adverse condition onto the path of enlightenment if we really able to practice ultimate bodhicitta and conventional bodhicitta. Conventional bodhicitta, right? So when we practice transforming the adverse condition onto the path, there's 3 different ways, three practices. So taking adverse condition onto the path by means of conventional bodhicitta, by means of ultimate bodhicitta, by means of the 4-fold practices. Right? Practice. Next, then still you have a time that you can practice how to take adverse condition onto the path based on the conventional bodhicitta. Conventional bodhicitta. Therefore, when the world and its inhabitants boil with the negativity, transform adverse condition onto the path of enlightenment. This is the general statement. When we say you need to transform, then how we should transform? By means of conventional bodhicitta. That means banish all blames to the single sources. Towards all beings contemplate their great kindness. let's say right now, we have a lot of problems, lot of difficulties, lot of sufferings. Look like the whole world is completely filled with the suffering. All human beings around us became our enemy, your enemy, my enemy. Means you individual, you. Rest of the people are your enemy. Things around you always produce suffering. Then we will feel very upset, we feel very unhappy. That moment we must think, all the suffering I have, all the human being became my enemy because there's only one single source, which is self-centered attitudes. Right? Beneath all blends to the single source, which is self-cherishing, self-attitude, self-grasping. This is the main cause to bring all the suffering, all the sickness, all the disease. This is the only single source. All human beings become my enemy. Therefore, you should not blame those people. You should not blame all the sickness, disease. You must blame the single sources, which is self-cherishing. Then, after you meditate on bodhicitta, sometimes you feel happiness. That time you must remember the happiness I'm experiencing now. The happiness generally I'm experiencing are arise from only single sources, only single resource, which is kindness of others. Therefore, towards all being contemplate their great kindness. So when you feel happiness, you should not think it is due to my own effort. You must think it's due to others' kindness. The food you are enjoying is also, come from great kindness from others. The clothes you are wearing, the house you are living, everything you have, actually, it is come from other great kindness. That means happiness must caused by kindness. Suffering caused by self-centered attitudes. Therefore, there's a lot of suffering. We should not be upset. We should not be very unhappy. We must think this cause. I need to destroy the self-centered attitudes. The happiness is mainly come from, the great kindness from other. Then you must appreciate for others. Then next, with the three views, the treasury of space, the yoga of protection is unexcelled. By meditating on illusion, the four Buddha's body, emptiness is protection unsurpassed. I mean, the next also you need to learn how to transform the adverse condition onto the path, mainly applying the wisdom which realizes emptiness. Also, last time I sent you the short picture of how to transform the adverse condition onto the path, means of enlightenment, and also how to practice, how to meditate on the illusion, the four Buddha's bodies. So you can study again. So today we can stop here, how we should do the daily practice based on the 7 point. So when we practice the 7 point, all your Dharma knowledge must include into this 7 point. So like a great compassion, you must remember the intermediate way, how to generate compassion. Also, when you reflect on the samsara, the second existence, remember the 7 analogy of the water wheel with the buckets. So all your knowledge, make sure you include in your daily practice. Also make sure you always realize, you always remember all the Dharma knowledge I have, I need to apply every moment, every day. All the Dharma knowledge I need to apply in my daily life in order to minimize the negative thoughts, in order to reduce. At the end, I must apply to eliminate from the root. Therefore, all the the wisdom, like chapter, like Lamrim, the Bodhisattva way of life, all the, even though the Mulimade Maka Karika, all the texts you must apply for realizing emptiness. Right? This is how we should do in our daily practice. And also, so when we think about practicing Dharma, we always remember, practicing Dharma in my room, in temple, or maybe in the retreat rooms. No, you can practice Dharma everywhere, every moment. Even though when you take a shower, also you can apply the Dharma. How? Why I need to take a shower? Because my body is made of flesh and bone. There's a smelly, there's a stain I need to wash. That means you need to know the real nature of the body. So when you go toilet, so when we eat the food, we thought it's so delicious. We spend a lot of money. After finish eating, the digest the food in the stomach maybe like 6-7 hours. Think about all the beautiful, delicious food turned into human waste, very smelly. Right? Also, when you order food, when you eat the food in the hawker center, must remember the hawker center where you are enjoying, how many people put effort to build the building. They should remember their great kindness. Also, the food you are eating, the vegetable, the meat, and the egg, all the mushroom is come from where? Also remember their kindness, remember their effort, and generate compassion and love, and do pray for them. So usually when we offer food, we remember Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, but very often we don't remember all the human beings who put effort for the food. When you sick, when you see doctor, yes, we know we pay money and the doctor do the consultation, we got the medicine. We just can see only the close one, paying money, seeing doctor, getting medicine, recover the sickness. But we forget the who built the hospital, all the material where we did bring, all the doctor who checking you, who consulting you, also remember their parents, remember the school, remember the teacher, director, principal, all the books. That means every moment you can practice Dharma. When you sit on the MRT, when you sit on the bus, car, remember the great kindness of others. Therefore, anything, anywhere you can apply for practicing Dharma. This is how we do daily practice. The next, then I said, when you do meditation, there's a two session. One is your daily meditation. Second is only meditation for achieving shamatha. This one, up to you, which object you want to choose. You choose your breath, or you choose a Buddha, you choose a flower, you choose one object. Any object is up to you. Since you already chosen, this object is mainly for, I will use for achieving shamatha. Mean the object always same color, same size. right? Should not change the object, should not change the color, should not change the same thing you need to keep in your mind. Then again, you just sit comfortably, then you remember the object of your chosen object, then you just focus on your mind, focus on the chosen object. Right? You just focus on the chosen object. Then remember the laxity and excitement. Laxity means your focus become bit relaxed, bit loosened. Then slowly you cannot, remember your chosen object. Then slowly it become totally dulls. Therefore, you must remember, I need to focus on my chosen object. Object must be seen, must be appear very clearly. Very clearly. So while you are meditating on the chosen object, yes, you can see the chosen object very clearly. Suddenly your mind disturbed. Before we got the destruction, the beautiful object not really appear to us. First, we have a thought. One thought arise. Right? Oh, you remember eating. You remember meeting your friends. You remember texting to your friends. You remember checking your email. You remember checking message, your WhatsApp, and WeChat, whatever. Thoughts. Then the thoughts go continuously. Therefore, we cannot continuously focus because of distraction. The distraction come first, the thoughts arise. Therefore, what do we need? We need alertness, introspection. I told you in the past, when you meditate, when you're doing meditation, look like around you, there's a very powerful sensor. That sensor can sense when your mind becomes a little bit lax, the sensor says, oh, my mind is now lax. Then again, you re-visualize, re-remember the chosen object and focus on continuously. While you are focusing, the sensor says, oh, my mind is disturbed. My mind is wondering about my food and my drink, my friends. Then again, you must bring back the mind and focus on the chosen object. That means when we meditate on something, we need very clear, the clearness and focusful, not the loose focus, focusful and very clear one. So continuously, today you can meditate on like chosen object for 5 minutes, tomorrow 5 minutes, for the 1 week only you can do for 5 minutes. After 1 week, then you can extend the time little bit longer, then extend more and more. Then one day you can have the ability to meditate on the chosen object with a focusful mind, very clear awareness, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours. Then slowly you can feel the buoyancy, the physical buoyancy, the mental buoyancy. Then one day you can achieve the shamatha. Then special insight. Okay, so today, so it's 11, so we can have if there's a question or answer or discussion. Now it's 11, so we have a half hour.
Dharma, brothers and sisters, so it's our Q&A sessions now. If you have any things that you wish to clarify or any questions, feel free to raise your hand or unmute yourself or type in the chat window.
OK，
师父，葛西拉师父好，早上好。
早上好，早上好，
师兄早上好。
早上好。
莫学有一个小问题祈请葛西拉师父能够多为我们讲解一下逆境转为菩提道用。当罪满世界时，恶缘成觉道的时候，报应皆归一，是一切众生之大慈。能够再一次给我们讲解一下吗？
OK, Sonam.
Geshe, would you please explain again, taking adverse condition onto the path of enlightenment, the first part, which read, when the world and its inhabitants boil with negativity, transform adverse condition into the path of enlightenment, banish all blames to the single source, towards all beings contemplate their great kindness. Can Geshe please explain these stanzas again?
Okay, the first two lines, I say, when the world and its habitant boil with the negativity, transform adverse condition onto the path of enlightenment. This is the general statement. I mean, when there's a lot of problem, you should not feel upset, you should not be very unhappy. You must try to transform the adverse condition onto the path. This is the general advice, the general statement, right? Then second, a very particular word, banish all blame to the single sources. Why I have all these problems? Why I have all this suffering? Why all sentient beings do have these sufferings and problems? Why? Right? That means until today, we did a big mistake. Since billions of years, we have a big mistake. We always think I-self is the first, other are second. Myself is the most important than others. We believe I am most important than other. I am more important than my parents, family, friends, others. This is our, the samsaric being has the idea, I am most important than other. First me, the second other. Also, until today, we always neglect other happiness, other well-being. We always focus on our own happiness, our own well-being. This is our, daily kind of daily view. Everybody thinks this way. That means until today, we are mistaken recognizing the friend and enemy. We thought other are like enemy. I don't need to care others. I don't need to concern others. I must concern myself. I must care myself. So we thought other are like my enemy. Myself is my friend. So we have the mistaken view of enemy and friends. Today I realize actually others are most important than myself. Today I realize I myself like my enemy. Others are my friend. Because until today, I whatever I do for myself, do benefit myself for my well-being. Therefore, I have all this problem. So I have the mistaken to recognize the friends and enemy. Since today others are my friends, me myself is like my enemy. I must neglect myself. I care only others. I neglect myself. Therefore, all the problem I have, all the suffering I have is caused by self-centered attitude, caused by self-grasping. So I need to neglect myself. as my enemy. Usually we neglect enemy. Today, we must recognize me, myself as my enemy. I must neglect. I must neglect my benefit. I must neglect my well-being. I must concern others' benefit, other well-being. Others as my friend, myself is my enemy, right? Then we can able to focus on only benefit for others, well-being for others. We no need to worry, no need to concern myself, to total neglect. This was what it's saying. Banishing all blame to the single sources. That means all the problem I have until today, so billions of years, there's only one single sources, one single source, which is self-centered attitude, self-cherishing. So I need to, eliminate. I need to stop to thinking, self-cherishing, self-centered attitude, self-benefit, benefit ourselves. The happiness I always wish to achieve, the happiness I have now is not arise from my self-centered attitudes. It arises, it caused by other great kindness. Therefore, second you thought other are more important. Most other are only important. Therefore, since today, I need to think about benefit for others, well-being for others. I need to neglect my own benefit on my own well-being. Then what Shantideva said, actually you are thinking other well-beings, other happiness. Practically, you gain your happiness, your well-being. But normal people, we focus on our own being, own well-being, our own happiness. Actually, we got a lot of problem. Look like, we totally don't care our happiness. Yes, we should not care. Due to neglecting your own well-being, due to neglecting your own happiness, actually you will get the actual happiness. So this is what he is saying here. Okay, any question?
Geshe, how can we use meditations to eradicate wrong view?
Wrong view. Okay. First, we need to know what does mean view. View means how we look at things around us, how we look at, how we believe things around us. Right? View means how we looking at around the phenomena, how we thinking about around us. This is a view. The view can be right, the view can be wrong. It's up to us. For example, so we met someone yesterday. Then, so today we met the person. For us, for our view for the person is, we have a same view. The person who met yesterday, the person who we are meeting right now. From our view for the person is same. Yesterday the person, and today the person. For us look like same. We have a same view. This is a wrong view. It's a mistaken view. The person, for example, Mr. B, who we met yesterday. This morning, yesterday Mr. B is no more. It's totally another, Mr. B. For us, we have a same view that mistaken. Then all the conditioned phenomena is changing momentarily. For us, look like everything is same. For example, living in Singapore, we have been staying the Marina Bay, the hotel. You visit last year, you visit yesterday. When you look at the building, for us, it's same. yes, last year and this year, the building is same. Actually, the building is totally changed. This is why we have a wrong view. We are able to view, we are able to see, we are able to think, oh, yesterday Mr. A, today Mr. A, it's not the same. It has changed. The Marina Bay Hotel last year I have seen, today I am seeing, it looks like same, but it's totally changed. If you are able to view it's changed, then you have a right view. If you are still viewing the same, means you have a wrong view. The wrong view about impermanence, the wrong view about the cleanness, wrong view about the self. There's a different kind of right views and wrong views. Actually, we need to learn to view the real one. Right? For example, if you look at the person, suddenly you feel, oh, the person is so beautiful, the person is so nice, the person is very, like handsome. Is our view. When you analyze, when you closely analyze, closely think about the person, when we say the person is nice, beautiful, attractive, ugly, we are talking about based on the physical body. When you look closely at the body, there's not any single pieces which is say, wow, this is a really, like a beautiful one. No, therefore, we have a wrong view. So we are able to see, the physical body is not really attractive. It's a kind of, pills of flesh and bone and skin. Then you have a right view. So right view, we cannot say, oh, you must think this is the right view. So it depends on which things are you talking about. The person, or the conditioned phenomena, or the self. So this means we need to realize the actual reality of all phenomena. It's an impermanence, we must realize impermanent. It is ugliness, we must realize ugliness. It's selflessness, we must realize selflessness. It's selflessness, but for us, things exist separately. Actually, the things are impermanent, for us look like permanent. Then maybe we have a wrong view, we didn't have a right view. So this depends on which view you are talking about. Okay, next question.
Geshe, when in meditation, how do I know I have gone to special insight or vipassana state?
Okay, so yeah, I know what I was asking question. So we have one problem. It's a very common problem with all the Buddhists. Actually, we haven't had, for example, bodhicitta, right? Haven't a bodhicitta. Then we are very much interested to know what are first bhumi, second bhumi, third bhumi, 10 bhumi. We are very interested to know, which is very good. But the interest we have is very, so we are just flying in the sky. We are, enjoying the food and flower in the sky. But actually, when you open, there's no such a food and flower on the sky, right? Therefore, first, we need to try to achieve the focusful mind, able to focus on the chosen object for a few minutes. Then extend a little bit, more, extend more time, expand the time more. Then one day, if you really have the shamatha, then you ask question, right now my mental state is shamatha or vipassana? Vipassana, you ask, is the right time to ask the question. Yes, if you really know how I know I still shamatha, not is vipassana. Vipassana means your mind is very focusful, fully able to concentrate on the chosen object for maybe, let's say, 4 hours continuously. That means definitely with the balances, then you achieve shamatha, you achieve kamabading. Second, how I know, I really, moving towards vipassana, within the mindfulness on the chosen object, if you're able to analyze without losing the, focus on the chosen object, that means you are moving towards spiritual insight. For example, you have a, cup of water. The cup is fully filled with the water. When you move your hands, if there's a little bit slightly wet, that means you are still not focusful. That means when you try to analyze the object, when you analyze the chosen object, if you cannot see the object very clearly, that means still you're not really moving towards. So you need to learn how to analyze about the chosen object without losing the concentration. That means you're able to move your hands, not having any kinds of, like a web or any kinds of movement in the water. Move very slowly, here and there, here and there. Is same, right? Therefore, generally, we must have an interest to know everything. At the same time, we must have something in our mind. It's most important. Okay, next question.
Geshe, how do we help someone who is young but having no confidence in life, living in his own world with sadness and self-bitterness?
That's me, yeah. Because right now, the whole world is moving towards very strange. So I'm telling the lifestyle of Ladakhi people around 1980s, 7 to 80s. I was born 1965. I became a monk when I was 10. So the whole village people, all the villagers have a very happy life. Very happy life. If you're really good in like building the wall, you consider, oh, he has a very good talent. Or someone know very well how to make butter. I know someone know very well how to make all the instruments like grass cutting. We consider everybody has a very unique talent. We never differentiate, oh, this job is no good, that job is good. We don't have this kind of idea, concept. Everybody work together, live together, use their unique kind of ability to contribute for the family, contribute for the society. We don't have this concept, this job good, this job bad. But this day, we differentiate, oh, this job is very good. We appreciate the person. Oh, this job is a very bad job, like cleaning toilet, washing dishes, cleaning collect the containers in the hawker center. We consider, oh, no good job. Therefore, when the young people try to find a job, they really don't know what kind of job they must get. They're not sure to get a really, job which people admire. Then thought, oh, I don't think I can have the job. When they didn't got this job, they feel very discouragement. Then somebody offer a job to clean the toilet, clean the hawker center, collect the balls and the tray. The people feel very kind of, this is a very low job, a no good job, I don't want to do. Therefore, the many young people lost in between good job and bad job. They really lost, earning a lot of money, earning little money, earning nothing. Therefore, it's very difficult to, make a encouragement, them to, have a happy life. So therefore, if you have a unique, like a young people, like someone very young, searching job, the person is not happy with the job, then you really need to explain closely to the people, knowing his what you call achievement. And also this, now the whole is very strange. It's moving very strange way. In the future, everything is money. Everything's money. If you don't have money, you cannot survive. If you have a little money, you cannot survive. You really need a huge amount of money to buy a house, buying car, paying insurance, paying the, pay money for the doctor. You need a lot of money. So you earn very little. Your income is very low. Your expenses is very high. Then the people really, don't know what to do. What kind of job I have. So this one, so difficult to give advice for the young people. At least if we change, the whole system, cost less money, and earn less money, need to make a balance. But it's not easy at all to make a balance. Your income and expense cannot make a balance, because all the owner of the factories, companies, they are very greedy. They want to make more and more. Your earnings very little. Therefore, it's not easy to, show, not easy to guide the young people who are looking a job, who has a job, not happy. So this one I really don't know what to say much. Okay, now it's almost 11:30. So if you have a question, we can discuss for next time on the next Sunday. Right? So we have another maybe 4 or 5 classes to discuss about the meditation, discuss about Dharma, whatever topic we can discuss. So we have only few classes until end of the December. And I very much appreciate all of you to continuously attending class with me. I really hope you learn a little bit here and there. I really hope that the people who listening Chinese language, I hope you eat and then nitidao. Eat and then tidao. So also at the end we do dedication. So dedication is very, very important. We are a very ordinary person, but our dedication can benefit for billions of people, can benefit all sentient beings, because the dedication is the non-physical thing. You can reach to anywhere for everywhere. If the thing is physical, it cannot be reached everywhere. Therefore, dedication is very important. At the end, we do dedication. First, we dedicate all the merit for benefit all sentient beings in samsara. Benefit for temporarily, benefit for long term. Last, we dedicate all our merit for world peace. Peace with each of the countries. Peace for each of the people. Jamba Bavi Jedara Gyamba Dang Gundo Zambo Deyang Dejen Deda Gunji Jizo Dalo Jenge Wan Deda Damjara Do Chaze Wadan Chujen Shekwa Dan Jizo Yerang Guljen Sowa Yege Wa Junze Dage Jisa Damje Zobe Janju Chamborong Wu Dusun Shebe Gyawa Damje Yang Wa Kamba Chodo Mabat Dage Geve Zawa Neguingyang Zambo Chuje Rago Janju Semjo Rimbo Jema Ye Banam Gyu Je Kewa Nyamba Meba One Gondo Pewar Jo Donye Dawa Rimbo Jema Ye Banam Gyu Je Kewa Nyamba Meba One Gondo Pelwar Show. Wish the mind go towards Dharma, wish the Dharma goes to the paths, wish the paths go towards the enlightenment. Wish eliminate, purify all the obstacles to the practicing the path. Thank you. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your lunch. Thank you.